The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is recounted in the book of Genesis, primarily in chapters 18 and 19. It's a tale of divine judgment and the consequences of wickedness. According to the narrative, Sodom and Gomorrah were two cities situated in the ancient Near East near the Dead Sea. These cities were known for their rampant wickedness and sinfulness. The people of Sodom and Gomorrah were notorious for their disregard of moral and ethical principles, including hospitality and justice. The story begins with Abraham, a righteous man, encountering three strangers who are actually angels of God. Abraham offers them hospitality and food, and during their visit, God reveals to Abraham that he intends to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah because of their extreme wickedness. Abraham intercedes on behalf of the cities, asking God if he would spare them if there were righteous people living there. God agrees, saying he would spare the cities if there were even 10 righteous people found. The angels then proceed to Sodom, where they are welcomed by Lot, Abraham's nephew, who resides there with his family. Lot also extends hospitality to them, inviting them to stay in his home for the night. However, before they can retire for the evening, the men of Sodom surround Lot's house and demand that he bring out the visitors so they can engage in sexual acts with them. This demonstrates the depth of the city's depravity and lack of hospitality. Lot tries to protect his guests and offers his daughters to the men instead, which is a troubling act in itself, but the angels intervene and strike the men with blindness. They warn Lot to flee the city with his family because God is about to destroy it. Eventually, they take hold of Lot, his wife, and his two daughters and lead them out of the city, warning them not to look back. Unfortunately, Lot's wife disobeys and looks back, and she is turned into a pillar of salt as punishment. As the family flees, God rains down sulfur and fire upon Sodom and Gomorrah, utterly destroying them and all their inhabitants. Lot and his daughters find refuge in a nearby cave. Later, his daughters, believing themselves and their father to be the only survivors, get him drunk and have sexual relations with him, leading to the birth of two sons, Moab and Ben-Ammi, who become the ancestors of the Moabites and Ammonites. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah is often cited as a cautionary tale about the consequences of sin and the importance of righteousness and hospitality. It's also been interpreted in various ways throughout history, including as a warning against inhospitality and as an illustration of the severity of God's judgment against sin.